Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. I'm the card game philosopher and today I'm going to explain what format C is. Format C is a custom format I made myself about, I think, 2 years ago. And it's really simple. It uses Master Rule 3, so 2 field spells, no draw on the first turn, pendulums exist, even though there's only one in the entire format left. Uh, so yeah, That's it, and it has a select card pool of 750 cards. You can use everything that's in the card pool, everything that's not in the card pool, that's not on the list, is legal or banned, whatever you want to call it. Some cards in the card pool are at 1, are limited, some are semi-limited, most are unlimited. You get it, right? So, the way this basically works is just like Yu-Gi-Oh! It uses the same rules as Yu-Gi-Oh! You just build your deck, minimum 40, maximum 60 cards, 15 side deck, 15 extra deck. Everything pretty much the same. You just look at the list, use those cards, and build your deck. You try to build the optimal deck and try to win against your opponent, right? Very simple. Nothing new to this. You guys know this. You just didn't know what Format C is. So, more about Format C. First, the philosophy of Format C might be useful. It's just a format that I made because I wanted a format that was fun, a format that was interactive, a format that promoted grind games, that was skillful, had a little touch of nostalgia, since that's really nice to have, and was balanced. What do I mean with balanced? I mean that there's no bullshit in the format, first of all, but I also mean that there's a diverse metagame. A very diverse metagame. I feel like I've really done that since rarely have I seen a deck being played by more than 2 people, more than 2 to 3 people, the same deck at least. So I feel like I'm still doing alright in that part, but not everything has been touched upon. We've had a little while where we had a tier 0 format with aliens, but it has been hit now, so. And good, all good, right? Um, so yeah, that's basically the philosophy, Form C, or the basics of it. I just wanted a fun, interactive, balanced format that people could play. It was made before Links, so we stayed there in Master Rule 3. We never left it. And um, think losing my script here, guys. I'm professional. I swear. I swear I'm professional. Uh, so yeah, and I just try to give a lot of bad decks the spotlight they, in my opinion, deserved, and try to make decks, well, play differently sometimes. For example, yeah. So I made little changes to decks and just usually only gave them a small part of their archetype, which made for very interesting new decks or new ways to play the deck or new interactions within the deck. So yeah. Now you're probably more wondering like, yeah, okay, good, alright, but what are these decks or what are the staples that I need to play, right? Since you don't know any of that, you're trying to find the basics of Form C. So some of the staples, first of all, a lot of the staples are just older staples that have come back just for nostalgic sake. Phoenix Chain is at 2, is semi-limited, so that has been a staple. Breakthrough Skill is played in a lot of decks. Bottomless, Compulsory, Mirror Force, Call of the Haunted, Powerful Rebirth are all at 1 and are, yeah, pretty much staples. Jar of Avarice is played as well a lot of the time in decks just to recycle your power cards or the cards that are 1, like Mirror Force, Compulsory, Bottomless, blah blah. Bad Aim. Let's see if camera wants to zoom in. No, he won't. Fine, whatever. It's a trap card that says, I'll just read it loud for you. It's a trap card that says when your opponent's card or effect is activated, target 1 card on the field other than that card, destroy it. So yeah, it punishes overextending a lot of the time, and is usually a good way to counter plays or just take away your opponent's resources quickly. It's one of the only generic removal that just one for one takes away a card. So it's usually played for that. So it also makes that you have to watch out a lot of the time for using cards, well, for overextending in the end. Like if you have game on board, there's no reason to just activate an extra card or something or whatever. You just go for it, right? Um, so yeah, those are together with Shard of Greed. Yeah, Shard of Greed is a card you might be surprised about. Uh, it's it's a really slow. Well, really slow. I say that, but I will explain. It's a kind of slow form Formacy in a way that usually takes at least about 8 turns before a duel is finished, and usually way more than that even. So so it takes that many turns, and back removal isn't that well available. There's Mystical Space Typhoon, Galaxy Cyclone. You can play Raigeki Break, uh, Bad Aim, but and Mobius of course. But that's pretty much it. Together with Trap Six Murmillo, keep forgetting that one. But that's pretty much it. So having Shadow Greed works in two ways. It's both a lightning rod for your actual back row, since your opponent has to take away the Shadow of Greed if they see it. Also protecting you from the blind MSTs. And if your opponent doesn't have Mystical Space Typhoon or uses it on your back row nonetheless, you get a +1 after 2 turns. You usually can, well, usually you survive the turns with a where you play with a -1, -2. Okay, as soon as you open 3 Shard of Greeds and go -3 for a few turns, it can get quite dangerous, but that's, yeah, that's just bad luck, right? That happens. Um, so that's why Shard of Greed is basically stable. It's either a plus or it works as a lightning rod for your back row. I see some lists now finally starting to cut on the Shard of Greed. None of them actually completely cut them, but some play 2 instead of before this. Every deck just played 3 of them. So yeah. So yeah, then Mystical Space Typhoon is already mentioned. There are decks that play a copy of Galaxy Cyclone in their main deck as well now. Uh, and Book of Moon is at 3 as well. A thing. Foolish Burial is at 2. 1 for 1 is at 2. Cards that are also important to know that they are at 2. Uh, what else? And other cards. There are a lot of power cards like Rescue Cat, Rescue Cat, Rescue Rabbit, Grass Looks Greener. Uh, yeah, just more. Oh right, the monster staple is probably the monster staple, if anything. There aren't a lot that can be called. These are probably Tragodia, because they're played in multiple decks, and Zombina. Zombina, yeah, those cards are more oftenly mixed in with other decks just because they're so generic. So that's it for the staples. Then for decks, uh, the format is already set. I tried to make a very diverse metagame, so being able to list all of the decks is going to be pretty much impossible for me to do. But a lot of decks that I see as top contenders are probably Volcanic, since they have Volcanic Rocket, Royal Firestorm Guard, Blaze Scatter Reload, and Volcanic Shell. Especially Reload and Shell makes a deck powerful, since out of pretty much, yeah, you just pay 500 life points every turn to just get an extra card. You get the shells for pretty much free, and you discard them to get a draw instead. That's just what the deck does after a few turns. It's early game, it doesn't do anything powerful, but late game you usually have a lot more resources, and because you draw a lot more cards, you get to your power cards faster than your opponent usually. So that's the power of Volcanics. You have heroes, yeah, they have Stratos, they have Miracle Fusion, they have uh, a lot of the extra deck monsters that just require an attribute, like the Shining, Escurido, Nova Master, Great Tornado. They don't have Gaia and Absolute Zero, mind you, on that one. So, Heroes is there. Aliens, they have Gargle, They have Alien Ammonite. And yeah, that those two together just makes the deck, yeah, do stuff already. It's even been as bad as that they have been a tier zero deck. While the reason why we banned Alien Shock Trooper, since it even made it so that aliens became an engine in every top deck for a while, and yeah, that's not what we're trying to do here in Form C. We don't want a tier zero cookie cutter deck. Nothing wrong with that. We just don't want it here. So yeah, Volcanics Hero Alien, Geargia. Geargia is very strong as well. They have a few power cards. They have Machine Dupe available. Yeah, that's basically it. They just get really powerful with that. Medolce has a lot of cards available as well. They have Magellan, they have Milfuel, they have Bapple, which is absolutely, oh, it's such a nice card in this format, which we didn't expect at all. It was put in there as a joke, but it's actually one of the better Medolce cards. Hoodcake, yeah, Butler-esque. They don't have their field spell, they don't have Ticket, they don't have Chateau, they don't have tiramisu, but they don't seem to need it. They're a very combo-related orientated deck yet still, so they still have rescue cannon stuff, which also helps for the deck. Uh, Watts are very good as well. Thunder Seahorse, Watt Cobra, Watt Pheasant. Pheasant is semi-limited. Yeah, that also, we don't know how, but they do it. They're very good. It's a simple strategy to just attack you directly, and if you can't stop them in time, your life points are gone. They were, yeah, it's that simple. Other decks, we might, we should not forget our gadgets. Yeah, gadgets are pretty good as well. It's just the old gadget strategy again within Format C. Can't say much more about that. It's a little less strong since a lot of Form C decks have higher beaters and gadgets just don't get over that, but they make up for it with a lot of extenders and just, yeah, get it that way. Get her in that way. Then we still have Harpies. Harpies is Harpies Hunting Ground, Channeler, Harpist, and that's made for a good combination of Harpy Queen, and it just made for a good combination. They're one of the few decks that can actually take away all the back row, making them quite excuse me, the anti-meta deck. We have Six Samurai. They have what's it, the Gateway of the Six available to them. They have Kisan available. They don't have Xian. They don't have any of their synchros. They don't even have tuners in the deck. Most of their cards are level 4 even. They even play one of the worst types because in a lack of Six Samurais like Nisashi, which is, as far as I know, never been played. And the Spirit of the Six Samurai and Six Samurai United they have as well. Yeah, they have the way to get in. I don't think I need to explain why they are strong with that. Even though they haven't topped a single Format C event yet, yeah, it's understandable why they're strong, of course. Uh, so, oh right, Deep Sea, the Deep Sea Atlantean deck, which just utilizes or makes the most out of Deep Sea Diva, and the other cards are just, yeah, Sea Serpents and stuff to fill it up. So it's a simple beatdown strategy, but they do it they have a one card starter which makes them strong, and managed to get the top as well once. Um, that I don't forget anything. Yeah, I think that's most of the top decks right now that I see as potential levers. But there's a lot more of decks. There's Ojama, there's Phantom, there's Karibo, there's Crawlers, there's Insector as well. There's a lot of decks. I can't even keep track of it myself anymore. There's Durax, of course. Uh, Dragon Heroes as well. Pure Dragon decks. There's Penguins. There's Ice Barrier. There's just a lot, a lot. Let's keep it at that. Oh, Satara Knights as well. Satara Knights probably a top contender as well. They have Voltaire, they have Dana. They don't have Triver or any of their own exceeds, but they're still very strong just because of Dana, Voltaire, and Rigel. right? Yeah, it's Stellanite Wave Nova, I think. Not a counter trap, but a continuous trap. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's most of the decks, most of the top decks, most of the things. If you want to see more of the deck list, if you don't know how to build, go to the Facebook page. I'll make sure to have it in the description below. I'll have the documents and the list in the description below, the links to it. And I hope you're gonna try out Format C. It's very fun. I'm always available. Go to my Discord if you want to find an opponent or want to play me or whatever. I'm always available. Well, I'm always up for Format C as long as I have a computer available to me. Uh, and yeah, I just hope you can experiment within the format, make your own deck, have fun. And if you have any feedback, I'm all ears. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this explains most of it. I'm sorry this video got longer than I wanted to, than was expected, but thanks anyway. This was Card Game Philosopher. Bye.
Adidas, кроссовки, Трипаловский.